Hey guys, we're going to be filming in a little bit different format today. We're going back horizontal because this is going to be a little bit longer video than it would be for a short. So those of you who haven't seen my last video, this is my mom's 1979 Z28 Camaro. She's had this car since 1988 when she was 16 years old. This car she traded, I believe it was a Renault Encore for it, to one of her friends that had wrecked it at the time, and he was ordered by his mom to sell the car. So she traded him even up for the Renault. She ended up driving it, did a lot of things with the car throughout the years, repaired it obviously after the accident, and then it was wrecked again in the 90s, and they had to put another front clip. The second accident being a little more severe, it actually bent the frame rails back, so they ended up getting a whole front clip off of a base model Camaro, throwing it on there. Unfortunately, the springs were wrong, caused some bottoming out issues with the V8 it had in it, and you know, life got ahead of her and it got parked up for a little while. She ended up coming into an engine for it, a 1966 327. Not that anything was wrong with the 350 it had in it, but there was a hopped up 327 that she was offered. It's a 66 327 that's been bored 30 over and was set up with 10-to-1 compression. That's actually what's in the car right now, but unfortunately after many years of sitting, it's stuck. This car sat for 23 years to be exact. She parked it the time when she was pregnant with me right after moving into her house, and it's been sitting my entire life. Well, as of yesterday, we just loaded the car up and moved over to my house. Only had to strap a rear end in it, the diff covers off of it, and it only has a couple leafs, because actually we borrowed the diff from this car for my car several years ago, and we also borrowed a transmission for another car a while back. So here's how the car sits currently. This is what 23 years looks like. It's not terrible. She had it covered up for a lot of the time, but I mean, it's got some rust for sure. The floors, obviously, first thing to go. It's got holes in them. The quarters are starting to get rust. Down here, back here is pretty bad. Anyhow, so I got some work ahead of me. She wanted, so I told her I was going to get it together for her, and that's what I'm going to do. That car over there, my 80 Z28, was originally intended to be a parts car for this car, but things didn't go as planned, and I ended up with that one. So I'll show you the power barn here. So obviously it doesn't have a transmission in it, so this thing's sitting back on a tilt. It had this mat laying over top of the engine, not that it really did a whole lot of good. But yeah, she's stuck solid. Again, like I said, this is a 1966 327. Like I said, it was pretty hot when it was put in, but unfortunately she never got to drive the car with it because it ended up just sitting after that. So kind of give you guys a verification of how long it's been sitting, I'm going to show you something pretty cool. It's in the trunk. So first off, if you're from Ohio, you know this style plate hasn't been issued in a long time. This is a temp tag, 4/8 of 98. Grab the keys here. Take you guys to the trunk. Oh, wrong key. Sorry. A couple different ones on here. Wrong round key. It's for a different car. Alright. Now we're in the trunk here. 90s Ohio plates. Expired in 97. Got some old AutoZone refrigerant. I don't know when the last time they used that bottle is. If you look here, empty can of R12. When's the last time you seen a can of R12? So, kind of give you the date here, some other stuff. Old STP carb cleaner can. You know, odds and ends. So, that'll kind of give you like the date of the car. This is actually the original color of the car here. I'll add in the snippets of the car when it was in the first and second accident. So anyhow, the plans I have for this car is obviously get it back on the road, but the way I'm going to do it, kind of budget friendly and a little quicker, is I'm going to pull this 327 out, throw it on a stand. It's going to need to be completely gone through again. Obviously it's frozen up, so it's probably going to need to be rehoned and new rings and God knows what else from sitting. So we'll go ahead and yank this out. By we, I mean me. And if you guys are familiar with my square body here, you know this used to have a 350 4-bolt small block in it before I 5.3 swapped it. Well, I didn't get rid of that 350. I've been holding on to it for a special project. And I think this right here is that special project. I tried to talk her into a 5.3 or a 6.0, but she's old school and she wants to keep it that way. So, with that being said, what we're going to do is go ahead and get that 350 cleaned up for her. I'm going to re-gasket it, probably put a new oil pump in it, just freshen it up, nothing crazy. I don't even think I'm going to do a cam in it, doesn't really need it. The engine ran fine. Just spruce it up, throw it down in here, and let her enjoy the car again. As far as the body goes, we'll see how funds are and what's going on with it. It definitely needs some body work. It's probably going to need some new fenders and things of that nature, some patchwork. Nothing I haven't went through with that thing over there. I still need to do the body work on it. More on that later. Anyhow, so you'll be seeing a lot more of this car on the channel. Like I said, go ahead and drop comments down below what you'd like to see, or if there's anything in particular you want to know about the car. Just like I said, as for the background, it just kind of got put on the back burner, especially with my mom being pregnant with me at the time she parked it. You know, having a newborn, and money wasn't always in our favor when I was growing up. So this car kind of just got left in the dust for a while, and unfortunately it took me growing up to be able to get back on track with it and get a start on it again. So it's going to be a fun project. I'm super excited to try to get this car back on the road. It's going to be a little tough, but nothing that I can't accomplish. So super stoked, and I'm excited to hear it run for the first time ever. Like I said, this car's been parked my entire life. I'm 23 now, and said she parked it up in 01. So last registered it in like 98 with that temp tag you've seen in there. So follow along, stay tuned, and be sure to follow, like, comment, subscribe, whatever platform you see this on. Just keep an eye out. I have this and much more other car content, and I'll see you guys next time.